there, my Foxy family. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel today. Today we're going to be doing a boo-gory-rific Halloween makeup tutorial on this beauty killer clown. She once was beautiful until someone ruined her face, and now she can't even take a decent clown selfie. How tragic. So I hope you guys enjoy, and enough clowning around, let's get started. Every clown needs themselves a slimmin' hairstyle. I have some space buns on top of my head with a nice little glitter part here, and my hair is incredibly short, so this was not easy to do. To my face, I have applied my eyebrows and look like a cross between Frida and Jerry Seinfeld, and that's okay. Now we need some creepy cool contacts. These are from linsvillage.com, and don't worry, little foxes, I'm gonna have the links for everything in the description down below. And I'm like 90% blind with these, so we're lucky a tutorial even happened. Now grab yourself some liquid latex for the cuts on the face. I am going to be using Miron, but any liquid latex is going to do. Just make sure you open it up and let it air out first before using it. The smell of ammonia is so strong in liquid latex, especially the inexpensive variety latex, that it can be very unpleasant to work with. So just let it air out for a bit before using, and start applying this in the place where you want your very first cut to be. Okay, pause. I've actually gotten a little ahead of myself. We need to have some things prepared before we start with the liquid latex. Grab yourself a cotton ball, just any cotton ball is going to do. Pull some pieces apart and make some long strips of cotton. This is going to be for the edges of all of our wounds. Now take some random pieces, just pull it apart. This is going to provide some texture inside of those wounds, and then make some small circles for the nose and the corners of the mouth. Now grab one of those strips of cotton, and we're going to begin with our first cut. Place it in a V shape underneath the eye, and what we're going to do is stick another layer of liquid latex on top of it. This is going to give it that skin-like texture. Now, quick disclaimer, I just want to say this, okay? You want to put on your caution pants when applying liquid latex this close to the eye. People have been doing it for years. It is possible to do. Just be incredibly careful and cautious when doing so. Even the fumes from the ammonia can make your eyes water, so like I said, cautious pants. Pull them on up. Now we're going to add some texture into the wound itself. This is going to make it look more dimensional and realistic. So take some of those random pieces of cotton, place it in there, and again, stick the liquid latex right on over top to seal the deal. Now we're going to begin doing the exact same thing to above the eyebrow to make our, diamond shape complete. Now, I do want to tell you guys, just quickly, not that you care, but I filmed this like 3 different times, and this was the only time that I actually used a brush to apply the liquid latex, and I don't advise it. Find something flat that can make a nice, smooth surface once you're done, because it was hard to kind of hide the seams when I used a brush. I don't know why I decided to use a brush, but I did. I'm just letting you know, you might want to get like a palette knife or something that is flat and going to apply it more seamlessly. So here again, something I do as I say, not as I do. But place the liquid latex here, and instead of placing a piece of toilet paper like I'm doing here right now, I would do the same effect that I did on the eye. Like I said, I filmed this multiple times, and in the previous videos that I did, I used the same method that I did with the triangle for the eye, and it worked out a whole heck of a lot better. So just discard this right here. I would just go ahead and go for the cotton and skip the toilet paper altogether. So now I am just placing these little cutout circles here at the very tips of the smile. I just thought this was kind of cute, and I mean, how cute can gory get? I mean, it's a big bloody hole, but I just thought it was cool, okay? Now we're going to jump down here to the neck while our liquid latex dries with some body paints. I'm using my Miron Paradise palette for this, and I am first starting with a white. We're going to make our little bib collar thing for our clown, and I am just going to make 2 white strips on either side of my neck, and then I am going to follow that up with 3 pink strips on the in-between. So in between the white, and then on either side of the white, I'm going to paint a pink strip. I almost said white again, only it's not white. It's pink. I'm not colorblind, I swear. Now that we have our stripies painted on, I'm going to put a little bit of shading underneath of it so it looks more three-dimensional. So I'm just taking like a light tan color, something that's not too far off from my own skin tone, or at least in the same family as my skin tone. And I'm going to place this just on the outer edges of the bib. Now I'm going to take a black and just begin outlining. And here at the very bottom or edge, I'm just going to kind of make it all squiggly and uneven. That's going to give it the ruffled effect, so it looks more like crinoline or something is ruffled up under, and just bringing some short flicks up, again just adding more texture. And I'm just going to continue to outline all of these, doing the same exact thing to the bottom, to all of them all the way across the board. Again, this is just going to make it look like there's like fluffiness underneath. If you don't know what crinoline is, that's what they put on their old fancy people's dresses to make them all poofy and big, okay? It's the fluffy stuff, okay? Then I did some random cross-hatching pieces. I just wanted to show some texture and dimension, and then what I did is went in with some glitter to show some highlights on the bib. No rhyme or reason really, just placing it where I felt like it was appropriate and necessary. So now what we are going to do is drop down and do our face. Now I'm going to paint a diamond shape on my opposing eye from the wounded eye. This is going to be a diamond shape as well, but it's going to be more of a short, fat diamond, and it's more of like a kite shape than a rhombus, if that makes sense to anyone. Traditionally, clowns use diamonds or triangles or circles, and I just wanted to keep it in that same family, so we've got a short, fat little rhombus going on. And I am going to outline that with some black just to make it pop and stand out more in the actual finished makeup look. Now grab yourself some foundation and place this right on over top the latex. I didn't want to use a white face paint like a traditional clown because this is a beauty clown. And she wanted to be pretty with some normal foundation, okay? And wait a second. Okay. I just realized I forgot my nose, so before we put some foundation on it, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my nose. I am so freaking forgetful. I can't even tell you how many times this has happened to me. With the very first video I filmed, I completely forgot to put any texture in any of my stuff. The second one I filmed, I forgot to make everything look liquidy and bloody. And this one, I forgot to put my nose on. What is wrong with me? Lots of things are wrong with me. I'm sorry, that's a personal, okay, just, you know what, we're just gonna watch, okay? We're just gonna watch the video. Okay, so this was going to be the part of the video where I showed you how I cut open the tissue paper right next to my mouth. Not a great idea, don't do it, just do the cotton strips like I said earlier, so I'm not even gonna show you. Now we're going to take a red face paint, and I'm going to begin filling in my wounded areas. I like to start out with a bright red to begin with, and then we're going to go in with some deeper, darker shades of red, purple, and black, and it's going to make it look a lot more dimensional, like there's different coagulations of blood, some of it's fresh, some of it's dyed, we don't really know. All I know is I'm starting off with a bright red, and then we're going to move on to a darker red and just make patches here and there, again just to show some texture and dimension. Now grab yourself some liquid eyeliner and create a nice large wing on our wounded eye. You can go full glam on the eye, I do not care. Whatever you decide to do is up to you. I just wanted to do a basic wing liner, and then I decided at the last minute to add some weird cross hatching. I don't know what I was thinking, but it looked okay, so we went with it. Now I'm going to quickly line my lash line on the opposite eye. This is just going to hide the lash band once we put our false lashes on. And now we're going to tight line our entire eye with black on the wounded eye. This is going to close it and make it look smaller, more like, you know, somebody cut open her eye or, you know, whatever. And then with the other eye, I'm going to take a white liner, and this is going to open up the eye. I don't want to tight line it, just go along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to pop on some false lashes here to get some extra glam going on, and a little bit of mascara, and then we are going to begin working on bruising up our skin around our cuts. So I like to take some of my red or darker red paint and blot it on my finger first so there's barely any paint left on my finger, and then just start tapping that lightly around the edges of all of our wounds. If a wound is fresh or new, it's not going to be really pretty skin on the outer edge of it. It's going to be bruised, it's going to be irritated, it's going to be swollen or red. All of these things come into play, so just to give a little bit more of a realistic feel, I am just trying to lightly bruise up the area around my cuts. Now here, oh God, I tried to black out my teeth and I got just cheapo stuff from Walmart. It doesn't work. I tried for almost an hour to get this to work and it was just absolutely terrible, awful. So if you see a black stuff in my teeth in this video, it is because I attempted this and it didn't work and I hadn't gotten a chance to brush it all out yet. Now I need to paint on that iconic red lip that clowns always seem to have, or at least in my opinion, I feel like clowns always have red lips. So I'm taking Power Trip from Caked Cosmetics and I am putting that all over my lips. Just make sure you connect your lips to the wound so there isn't a differentiation between the two. And finally, for our very last step, you want to grab a really thick, clear lip gloss. Now you can actually use fake blood for this, but fake blood, like, I don't like to use it unless absolutely necessary because it just freaks me out. But the clear lip gloss on top of this red is going to make it look really wet and look more three-dimensional and make all those textures really pop. Anytime you add shine or shimmer or anything like that to texture, it enhances it. So this is going to enhance all those weird, creepy, gross textures and make it look like flesh underneath. Just make sure you're applying it anywhere there is blood on the face. And also, I didn't put it in, I forgot to film it for some reason, but I did make a little bit of the drippy blood from my mouth. So don't forget to add that if you would like to in the very end. And that's it, my Foxy family, for this weird beauty, creepy clown thing I created for you guys. I created a lot this Halloween season for you guys. I've been working really hard on getting better at special effects and creating these kinds of looks for you, so I hope you'll watch the rest of my videos in these Halloween series. I love you guys so much, you have no idea. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not yet a member of our Foxy family, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. So thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.